guys, how's it going? I'm in the greenhouse this morning and it is a gorgeous day. I think it's supposed to get close to 60 and I'm so thankful for that. It's still outside. I've got a ton of seeds to start. In fact, that's gonna probably be my job throughout this weekend. I probably won't even get it all done today. I was very organized with the whole seed starting thing this year, and I've talked about it before. I showed you guys my spreadsheet. It has my seed inventory, which also includes all the special instructions like, you know, start seeds 8 to 10 weeks before last frost, or 6 to 8 weeks, or 4 to 6 weeks, all of that sort of thing. But I also created a physical calendar with sticky notes on dates, kind of like spanning over a weekend. So I kind of knew when I needed to start thinking about getting those seeds started and going. I just knew that this year, with all the projects we have going on and having a brand new baby, that things would fall between the cracks if I was not organized. Okay, so look at this. Look at all of these seeds. And I've got a boatload of trays here to start them in. It's gonna be good, but it's gonna be a lot of work today and tomorrow probably. This is the physical calendar that I kind of put together. This has been really helpful because I just, like, the spreadsheet on the computer is fine and it does keep me very organized. It's something I can work on in the winter time and kind of add really important information and such, but this is really nice, like at a glance. So like in February, if we go back 1 month, you can see that I needed to think about sowing these seeds inside kind of around this weekend. And then in March, you can see this is the big group of things that we're going to do today, because a lot of these aren't just singles. So like China Asters, I think I've got 4 or 5 varieties of those. Basil, I know I'm starting at least 3 varieties of that. So I mean, these break down to even more than it looks like here. And then this sticky note here are things that I need to direct sow outside. I'm not 100% ready with irrigation out at the cut flower garden, but I think we'll probably be able to do these at least maybe next weekend or the weekend after, we'll see. And then the next group of seeds to sow indoors happens right at the end of the month. And if we skip forward to April, I've also got some to start right at the beginning of the month, and then in May it's all direct sow seeds at that point because it's warm enough outside. Okay, there's some kind of cat presence in here somewhere. Yep, I could hear you. Where's Russell? Thought I saw you come in too. Okay, so at a glance, today we are starting peppers and eggplant, Asclepias, which is milkweed, China Asters, Basil, Celosia, Crispidia, Gomphrena, Hibiscus, which is the Mahogany Splendor Hibiscus, 3 varieties of Rudbeckia, no, 4 varieties. Oh, stock, Amobium, Cerinthe, I don't know how to say that, Matricaria, Mathiola, marigolds, I'm gonna direct seed, I don't know why I put that on that list, and some salvia. And because I have so many seeds, I just wanted to kind of run through basics. I'm using seed starting mix, which is, look it, I've got a big stack of it ready to go. Aaron ordered heavy on the seed starting mix this year, which is good, I'm glad he did that. But we're using that. I'm using the seed starter kits from Gardener's Supply that have the self-watering reservoir. I'm going to use all of those up before I move on to 11 by 22 trays, which I do have a few of. And then I'm just going to be following the instructions on the back of the packet. I'm not going to stop for each one of these and talk about them. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. If you follow the information on the back, you'll most likely have some success. Plus, it would probably take me a whole day to explain all of these seeds, and I really just need to get them done. But I wanted to make sure that you guys saw what we were starting right now, just in case you guys were getting ready to start some things, just to be able to gauge timing and so forth. So anyway, the only thing I have left to get, I've got my stakes here, my ID stakes and my garden marker. I need to string a hose in here. That's my last detail so that I can pre-moisten the seed starting mix. Yeah, anyway. I'm gonna go get Benjamin because I told him as soon as I was all set up, he could come out here and play and help me. So, should be an interesting day. What's the kitty doing? Hey, Cheddar.
I think he needs a bath.
He needs a bath?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're probably right.
He needs a bath, like.
You know what? Russell's in here too. I just saw him. You want to see him? He's hiding on that table.
Oh, there he is. He's here and you killed it.
Yep, 2 kitties. 2 orange kitties. I should water these real quick, huh? They need it. Dang.
See, that key's falling asleep.
All right, so I think I'm ready to get started. What I'm gonna do first is line all of my seed packets out somewhere. I don't know where. Maybe I'll scoot some of these plant cans back a little bit, and I'm gonna write all of my tags prior to getting everything all dirty, and that way I can start, I don't know, it might be a good visual to see how many packets of seeds I have left to go. Yeah, so anyway, we'll see how this whole thing pans out. Hopefully we get it all done in one fell swoop, buddy, huh? The beautiful thing about seed starting today is that I don't have to necessarily make room under the grow lights for all of them today. I can make room as they start to germinate, so at least there's that.
I'll just put right here.
Okay, then you can put it right on that packet.
Packet?
Yep, right on the packet. Perfect. All right, so I'm hoping that that makes it easier so I can just look over here at a glance and know how much I've got left to do. And I've got all the tags written out. I've got a nice wet sticky lollipop on that one. Lovely. And I forgot I've got some Tomatillo seeds which Ileana sent out, so thank you for that. And then I also brought out the dahlia seeds that Florette sent out with her latest book. So those will be fun. So the next step is just to load up my planting tray full of seed starting mix. I use this as kind of a giant bowl, and I'm going to pre-moisten it and start filling up seed trays. I did make myself a little list the other night because I knew that I had a limited amount of trays left out in the barn, and so I made a list of all the things I was going to start and how many trays I wanted to dedicate. So like the China Asters, I have 8 varieties actually, and I'm only dedicating 4 trays to that. So I know that I need to do 4 trays split in half, which means that I'll do 12 of each variety, 12 cells of each variety, which is plenty for me in my cutting garden. So anyway, here we go. Okay, just a little update here. We've got, how many is that? 14 trays done already. And then I've got 7 filled and 3 empty. And you got yourself a fruit roll up? You need me to open it for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you sing, I've been working on the railroad?
I've been working on the railroad. Oh, the little thing. That's how.
Oh, good job. Oh, and here comes baby. Hi, Samantha Grace.
Hi, Samantha.
Hey, good girl. Look at you. You're a pretty girl.
You're pretty girl.
Yeah, it's nice in the greenhouse. Aaron's taking the kids on a lap around the driveway. See how much I can get done in the meantime. I also found more peppers. I went inside for a little while when Samantha got up from her nap so I could spend some time with her. But yeah, I couldn't, when I started to plant the peppers, I thought I have more pepper seeds somewhere, and I found them. So we have Cubidel, orange, green, red, and yellow. And a Russell. Hey, Russell. "22 trays of seeds planted." Benjamin is kind of working on getting them all watered in. You've done a great job today, buddy. I can't believe we got it all done. Cannot believe it. Look at that. That's a thing of beauty. Don't you dare spray me. Look at that face. He wants to so bad. Don't you do it. Spread the seedlings, buddy. I used 3 bags of 16-quart seed starting mix, and this is what I was left with. That's pretty darn close. I'm sure I could have squeezed this into some of those trays. 2 trays left over, which is great because I've got tomatoes, nicotiana, and pincushion flowers coming up here pretty soon. And then I did use vermiculite on the top of most everything today. I get asked a lot what the pebbles are on top of my seed starting trays, and it's vermiculite. And using vermiculite has been an absolute game changer for me because what it does is it helps maintain moisture levels and prevents algae growth. Algae growth usually isn't an issue for me, but the moisture levels is, especially for those seeds like the Rudbeckia and Celosia that we planted today that you surface sow. So you just put the seeds on top of the soil and they need light in order to germinate. So if I put just the lightest layer of vermiculite over the top, it still allows light in, but it helps maintain moisture around those seeds so that I don't have to just constantly be checking on them to make sure they haven't dried out. So now even if the package doesn't call for vermiculite, I just use it on pretty much everything because it stretches. Like this one bag I've been using out of this one bag for a really long time. I still have quite a bit, like almost half a bag right there. It lasts forever and it's worth the extra step to put it on the top, even if, like I said, it doesn't call for it on the back of the seed packet. So I'll run through all the varieties we planted today in just a second, and maybe we can pop a picture up on the screen of what they look like. But the only thing I'm gonna do today, Benjamin's watering them in right now, and I'll make sure, I'll go back through and make sure they're watered edge to edge and everything's settled into place. And then we'll move them into the studio. And the only ones I really need to worry about getting underneath a grow light right away are the Rudbeckia and Celosia, I think. I'm gonna double check everything. Good job, buddy. All done? I think those are the only 2 though that require light in order to germinate. So the rest of them I can just take care of, make sure they stay moist. When I start seeing germination or start seeing some green, I'll make sure to get them under grow light. And I'll also be putting humidity domes over all of these. I didn't bring those out here because it's just unnecessary. I can carry all the seed trays in and then dome them all once they're inside, and that will help also maintain moisture levels. I only leave those on until pretty much the whole tray has germinated, and then I take it off at that point. And I don't use heat mats either, hardly ever, because when they're inside it's pretty warm. I mean, it's like an inside room temperature in there, what, like 69, 70, 71 in there, and that's plenty warm enough for these seeds to come up pretty quick. So in this tray we have cinnamon basil, which I like to use as a cut filler, and it has a wonderful fragrance. We've got a row of yellow bells, a row of orange bells, row of red bells, and then 2 green bells and 2 of the Cubanelle is how you say it, peppers. Anyway, Prairie Sun Rudbeckias in this one, Cherry Brandy Rudbeckias. In this tray there's a bunch of Gomphrena, there is a Globosa mix, Audrey White, which I grew last year, and an orange. I find that I grew too much of this last year because one plant gets massive and it produces so many blooms. So I just did 1 tray for all 3 instead of doing 3 trays total. And this tray here we've got purple tomatillos, 1 row of Easter egg eggplant, and then some amobium, right? Is that how you say it? Winged everlasting, right? Ah, geez, it's the first year I'm growing that one. Anyway, so I just grew 16 cells of that. In this one we've got milkweed. I just did 1 full tray of milkweed. There is Hello Yellow, Silky Gold, Soulmate, Showy Milkweed, and Milkmaid. Here we've got our other 2 varieties of basil. Cardinal basil, which I wish I had more seed of. That's the one I would have planted the most of, but I think I forgot to pick up a packet of seed and I only had a few left from last year. That variety produces the most beautiful red blooms, and they're really like showy. So I only had enough for 4 cells, so that's okay. Amethyst basil, and then in this tray we've got clary sage. Moving back, we've got a stock called, I'll just spell it, it's Giroflee. It's a fragrant stock. And then we've got a Kurume Celosia, Terracotta Celosia right here, which I had poor germination with last year. I got new seed. The ones I did get were gorgeous colored. Oh, they were like a corally orange, beautiful. Then we've got a tray of white Celosia. And moving into asters, we have Bengal Rose Frost, Tower Chamois, Tower Blue Aster. That one is a Duchess Peony Aster, Lady Coral Lavender Aster, Tower Yellow Aster. And then this is probably my most favorite flower of everything that I seeded today. This is a Sahara Rudbeckia. They performed so well in our garden last year, and they were just a beautiful blend of autumnal hues. I mean, gorgeous, like smoky pinks and kind of yellow and orange and apricot, and just, they were gorgeous. Love them. Back here we have Tower Violet Asters. Let's see, we've got Apricot Aster, and then we've got Baby Bell peppers, hot and heavy peppers, the Dahlia, the decorative Dahlia blend from Floret, Mahogany Splendor Hibiscus, which I may not even grow in the cut flower garden. I might just throw that into flower beds because it's so gorgeous. It looks like a Japanese maple, and they grow like fast and big. Craspedia Sunball, beautiful icy blue leaves, but the flowers grow up on super long stems and they have little yellow spheres on the top, and they're so awesome. Kiwi Blue Cerinth, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but it's a really pretty, it's honeywort, right? It's a really pretty filler. And then we've got some stalks. There's Iron Yellow Stalk, Iron Purple, Iron Apricot, and Cinderella White. That is a lot of fun stuff to look forward to right there. So that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was fun to watch, or helpful, or interesting, or exciting. It is raining. You're making it rain in here. I'm excited about this year, and just seeing these things in their trays, knowing what's gonna happen here pretty soon is just, it's thrilling. So anyway, I'm gonna now water the interior of the greenhouse. It got really warm today, like to where I'm sweating and like dirty, and I'm gonna, yeah, it is raining. I'm gonna water the greenhouse and then we're gonna be done for the day. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.